Hi guys, welcome. This is ZvZ and I'm going to be talking about a game between IdrA and rSAizen. IdrA is playing as the red Zerg at the 3 o'clock position, and rSAizen will be playing as the green Zerg at the 9 o'clock position. I can't believe how high these APMs are. The map is Metalopolis and they're very far away from each other, so this is the optimal location for you to be expanding. Hopefully it'll be a little bit longer game than the previous game, because the previous game basically ended with Bailings versus Roaches. It was a pretty interesting game, but the player really had to defend his hatchery, so check it out if you want to see what I'm talking about. Both these players are now building a lot of drones. I believe it is going to be a very heavy mackerel build for both these players, as holy crap, that is a lot of APMs for very few units. Both players are scouting the map. Neither have found each other just yet. This Overlord is very close to finding that drone over there. IdrA has already gotten his expansion at 15. He will be putting down the hatchery first. No extractor or spawning pool just yet inside the base of rSAizen. Nothing going on, just drone production. If we take a look at the income, rSAizen is pretty much even. Both have 14 harvesters. But IdrA does have one base, and rSAizen has recently just put down that spawning pool. IdrA does also put down the spawning pool a little bit earlier than rSAizen. We can see over here, slightly tilted, matched up. Both these green bars are slightly more filled, as both players are making additional drones. And IdrA is also making an extractor right now, the first person to get gas, while rSAizen is focusing mainly on minerals at the moment. And these two overlords meet very slowly mid-air as they cross paths, and we see another two set of overlords over here. The extractor is finally being constructed by rSAizen, so it seems rSAizen is a little bit slower than IdrA so far. We'll see how he fares up a little bit deeper into the game. Neither player doing too much with anything else but overlords at the moment, as the overlords are approaching both players' bases from both sides. The hatchery has finished for IdrA, I believe, and it is up and running. A queen is going to be coming out, 2 queens coming out for IdrA, whereas the base for rSAizen has not yet finished, but he's also transferring some probes. Very good timing. I believe it will just be, ooh, maybe not. This one actually missed the boat, but that's quite alright. The next time he will be on that boat. rSAizen will be building a Roach Warren. It's always a good idea to put down a Roach Warren, especially Zerg versus Zerg, because of the Bailings. Roaches are very strong against Bailings, so he's probably hurting a little bit from the last game. Does not want a repeat of the early aggression from IdrA, as IdrA is making a couple of Zerglings, running them across the map along with Metabolic Boost. He really likes to get Metabolic Boost for his Zerglings pretty much every game, all the games, against Zerg and Terran especially, and a couple of Zerglings are in line. This Overlord does give sight of rSAizen's Zergling and Overlord for IdrA as he's coming in here. He is going to build a Bailing's Nest once again. Maybe he is going to try to do that build he did previously. These Zerglings trying to get inside the base. He will be able to see what's inside the base. He will see a spawning pool. He will see a queen. Will he see the Roach Warren? And yes, he does. He has spotted Roach Warren. He does know his opponent is only on 1 gas at the moment. Metabolic Boost is about half finished, about 60-70% finished, and he's getting an evolution chamber, probably getting some early upgrades for his Zerglings or something or other. We see the Spine Crawler is also coming at the moment as he's getting his second gas. rSAizen is putting a Spine Crawler over here and a Queen over there and a Creep Tumor over there. Not too much going on as he's still on 1 gas. These two Zergling for IdrA is still surviving against a pack of other Zerglings charging back full speed into his base, and he's also building a Roach Warren, seeing his opponent has built a Roach Warren. So his Roach Warren will be a little bit slow. A couple of Zerglings running inside. They might be able to kill off some of these drones over here, delicious drones on the side, and they're not whacking away at the drones. A couple of Zerglings were lost just transferring against the Queen that was whacking them at a distance, and these Zerglings are able to catch up to those Zerglings because they do not have speed. The Roach upgrade is being researched by rSAizen. rSAizen is the top green player, IdrA is the bottom red player, and it looks like IdrA will be upgrading his missile attacks for his Roaches, perhaps Hydralisk, relatively soon. A couple of Overlords hang about, and we do see Gilo Constitution is being researched as the second set of Spine Crawlers is being complete at the moment. If we take a look at the income, IdrA is a little bit ahead because his opponent has gotten a couple of Roaches. These Roaches are going to be slowing down the rate at which he can collect minerals, and these Roaches are like on hold position or something because they're not attacking the Zerglings that were attacking the drones. If we take a look at the unit count, he has hurt his opponent quite a bit. He does have 41 harvesters, whereas only has 20. I believe he killed off about 2 or 3 over here just now. Units lost tab showing that he has killed off about 7 units, 300 minerals worth of stuffs. IdrA does only have 2 roaches at the moment compared to 6 roaches for rSAizen, but he's not making too much work of these roaches. When you have units, it's always a good idea to do something with them. Break some destructible rocks, set up a new base, or pressure your opponents, but he's not really doing anything. I think he's a little bit feeling the pressure from the previous session, and IdrA does have his Zerglings on hold here. He will lose about 3 of them as he's running back, and the Overlord does give IdrA sight of this area, and rSAizen is at the side over here. If we take a look at the army size right now, 54 to 81. IdrA, the macro monster, is macroing up very, very well, and IdrA is being pushed away by the queen on the side. And we see an Overlord coming in. I mean, not an Overlord, an Overseer coming in to see what kind of buildings his opponent has. He will see his buildings does have 2 gas. His opponent does have 2 gas. At the same time, an Overlord does come in for rSAizen as well, and one queen will be whacking at it. And where's the other queen? The other queen is over here. rSAizen does not have his queen on creep, and he's not able to pick off that Overlord. And this Overseer, it might go down. He does still have creep to run to if he wants, and it's very close. I bank 2 more shots. 1 more shot, he will go down. And another shot, 1 HP. And a bunch of roaches are moving about as both people are checking each other's army sizes. Army size right now at 68 to 111. How did that just happen? And IdrA says, yes, that just happened. The APMs are at 180. Very, very high for both players as they're controlling these units. And he's really hurting quite a bit as he is supply block. He had to make a couple more Overlords. And that is what's hurting his economy. The drones are not being able to produce because he had to make a ton load of Overlords. 38 drones against 50 drones of IdrA. Army size at 84 to 120. IdrA probably wants to maybe hit max 200 as he is expanding. He doesn't really want to attack at the moment. His +1 upgrade is complete. He's working on his +2 already. He does have a ton of roaches here. About, I would say, 3 full rows versus almost... I think rSAizen has about 5 less roaches than IdrA, but IdrA doesn't really know that. It's really difficult to tell because these are just globs on your screen. And rSAizen also has that spine crawler. I think that's why IdrA is not engaging. And I think IdrA is also content that his opponent has not expanded to the upper left-hand corner, so he will be relatively happy to get on 3 base, where his opponent is on 2 base. The Overseer is going to come in here to see what he's going to be dealing with. There is 1 spine crawl over there, 1 spine crawl over here, a couple of additional roaches being spawned, and the 1 queen is coming back. Where has that queen been? And these roaches are moving about with the Overseer. Army size right now at 100 to 138, catching up a little bit, but rSAizen is behind in upgrades as IdrA has +1 and his +2 is moments away from finishing. He's also getting +1 armor as well as the gland upgrade, and IdrA's Overseer is moving back and forth, and his third hatchery is complete, and some drones are being transferred at the moment. I think IdrA is waiting for that 200 before he attacks. He really just wants to smash his opponents at this point. And the +1 upgrade is finally being researched by rSAizen. I say finally because IdrA has already completed his level 2, I believe. And I think IdrA is just maybe perhaps waiting for 1 more wave of stuffs. If we take a look at his hatcheries, he has no more stuffs. He might be attacking right now as he has hatched all of his eggs, as his hatchery is making a couple of infestors. Infestor will be really, really good to have that fungal growth to force your opponents to engage when they don't want to, or to catch them out of position. And creep is being spread over here. Couple of more infestors join the army. We see a huge movement throughout right now. 131 versus 180. IdrA is moving out. He's making a lot more additional roaches as well. And rSAizen, I think he might be feeling it a little bit. He's trying to trap his opponent. I think he's wants him to come in here and force him to engage the spine crawlers, and IdrA will see it with his Overseer, and the roaches do run back, and we might see a huge battle here. Roaches are on both sides right now. The roach over here is about 5 rows. Roaches over here is about only 3 rows, not even complete. So IdrA does have quite a bit of an advantage as he has 52 versus 43, and the roaches are engaging. There's 3 perfectly fungal. Everything is green and blobbing away. And they're firing, not really focused firing, just firing at each other. And that fungal growth, man, that really helped, especially with the +2 and the +1 armor. No upgrades have been complete for rSAizen. It'll be a little bit too late for him, and he does GG out of the game. Man, IdrA, the macro monster. Hope you guys enjoyed this series. I will be uploading more games later today, and there are absolutely no drones over here. So I'll see you guys at the next game. Please subscribe if you like what you see, and also follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/GGYourface. Thanks, later. Thank you.